Yo, what up, a-holes? Thank you for tuning into the Holistic A-Hole podcast. My name is Erik Levi, and I'm the Holistic A-Hole, the mommy blogger with balls, the inconvenient truth of health. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great weekend out there. Just wanted to drop a little a-hole thoughts on you to sprinkle on your boozy Saturday or your brunchy Sunday. Man, I've avoided this one like the plague, but I want to talk about it today. I want to talk about Me Too. Hashtag Me Too. Man, it's not that I've avoided this topic. It's just that to me, it just doesn't come up. I feel like talking about the health, even talking about the politics, is so much more important than the hashtag Me Too movement. Not to belittle the movement or take anything away from it. I think it's very timely and very important, this conversation, whatever it's turning into. I think it's important we have it. It's just not on the Holistic A-Hole's radar, to be honest with you, man. You know, you only got so much time in the day to worry about stuff. And you know, when you're trying to figure out the body and how it works best and how to keep yourself from, you know, not getting sick and dying, and at the same time trying to figure out how to thrive and just crush it in life, it's hard to give things like the Me Too movement, you know, too much brain real estate. But I feel like it just doesn't go away. And not to say that I think that the movement should go away, like it's a stupid movement, I don't like it. No, I think at some point I want this to be fixed. Like, this shouldn't always be on the front of mind issue. This would just be like baked into our consciousness now, where it's like, hey, you know, we guys or ladies, you know, don't take advantage of the opposite sex. You know, let's treat each other with respect. Let's be professional in professional situations. Let's award things on merit. But it just, I don't know. Is it going away? I feel like it's gotten, I mean, exponentially better, you know. But it's just in the news. It's everywhere, and it's like you can't get away from it. So this is what I think of what the heck is going on right now. I think the Me Too movement, like I said, is good. I think it's good for what it is. I think, ladies, you know, hey, you know, when you just even watch like Mad Men, you see that. I mean, man, ladies, it's been a journey through the work world to be in a man's workspace and to ascend and to, I mean, at the very least, just command respect. You know, it's hard for dudes too. You know, I was terrible in the workplace. I'm not like, you know, an alpha, you know, business sales guy. Like, hey, everybody, we're on the team. We got goals. We're gonna crush it. You know, I was just like the guy, like, oh man, dude, is it anybody's birthday this week? Because let's get some cake up in this bitch. You know, I was not a good work environment person myself. In fact, I'd say, hey, ladies, you fucking dominate the workspace, you know, over people like me. Like, you go in, and there are plenty of women who go into the workspace and are, you know, and are on fire, just crushing it. You know, a lot of strong women in business, a lot of great strong women in, I mean, in all kinds of industries. So, I mean, ladies, you definitely have come, you know, leaps and bounds from where you are, and I think guys have recognized it. I think there's a lot more respectful men in the workplace. I think we're starting to kind of come back to the medium, you know, instead of being you know, fucking super sexist, you know, slapping your secretary on the ass. It's like we're going down the scale a little bit, and we're getting more reasonable. I don't know, maybe it's too much fluoride in the water. We're losing our edge, whatever it is. Ladies, we're treating you with respect. Let's just put it there, okay? But this Me Too movement, it's interesting because I feel like in some regards it's going beyond that. You know, it's like, to me, it's like the PETA people with the animals, right? Any kind of animal violence in movies, PETA's all over it. PETA's like, you fucking assholes, you're killing wolves and dances with wolves. I think they killed wolves. I don't remember. You're killing dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. You're killing Air Bud. You're killing whatever animal. Like this is what they do. They freak out whenever an animal dies in a movie or a TV show, or I don't know. They're going to slaughterhouses and protesting, and this is like what the Me Too movement is now with these feminists and like everything that's happening in the news. First of all, I don't think you should live your life in any way according to what is happening in the news. That is letting the world control you instead of controlling your own world. This is how you become a freaking victim, because just everything happens to you. You don't take responsibility for what you're doing. It's just somehow everything happens to you because you're not aware of what's happening in your life, because you're so consumed with things that you see online and the newspaper. And does anybody read the newspaper? The newspaper online, the blogs, the freaking social media. You let that stuff dictate your life. That stuff, I know it's serious and everything, but it's not your real life. So many of us have problems because we're just not focused on what's happening in front of us, and it's just you're worried about things you can't control. You can't worry about things you can't control. I mean, that's just the worst way to live. Drive you crazy. It'll drive you mad, dude. So what was my point? My point is that I support the Me Too movement, but at some point it's like, all right, I get it. Let's chill, because we're taking it to a completely new place now. This whole Supreme Court hearing, like, when has anybody cared so much about who's going to be on the Supreme Court? It's like we care about maybe a case a year. And, there's like, I don't know how many cases the Supreme Court, I see a lot of cases. We don't care about most of them. Most of them fly completely under the radar. Most likely everybody on the Supreme Court is compromised in some way, shape, or form. This guy Kavanaugh doesn't seem like he's any different. But, look, if you want to make him the example of why we're not going to just keep electing the same corrupt people into government positions, fine, let's do it. Let's get his record. Let's get his professional record. Let's tear apart, decisions he made that have led us, he was Bush's advisor, during Bush's worst years. So it's like, why don't we hit him on that and say, okay, you are not qualified for this job. We don't want this bullshit anymore. We don't want these Bush Clinton era people who have just driven this country, into debt, into endless war, into all these problems. We don't want any more of those people. Let's get them on that. But let's not get them on this thing that he was drinking beer 37 years ago or whatever and gang raped this lady. Oh, she was a girl at the time. Because what this has done is this has made me, it's making people have to essentially not be logical anymore. Everybody is like, yeah, this lady comes forth and she's so brave, and she gives this story, which is heartbreaking, which it is. I'm not mocking this lady, okay? I think that story that lady told, terrible. I hope it didn't happen. I hope it didn't happen, because what she described, I hope nobody has to experience that. But the fact is, there are women who experience that, and it's happening every single day. It's probably happening every hour. Some woman is being attacked by a man. It happens. It's not right. It shouldn't happen. No man should do that. But you know how many men there are? How can you control these men? All you can do is teach them the right way to live your life. Don't be a fucking asshole. Don't attack women. And there's dudes out there that are just fucking savages, and they do it, and it's not right. They should have their balls fucking cut off. But this is the world we live in. And with this story, this lady Blasey-Ford, Christine Blasey-Ford, terrible. But where is the evidence? If you bring a story to the justice system, then you have to let the justice system work the way that it's worked for 200 and, 50 years? Is that how long this has been a country for? 240 years? You have to let the justice, yeah, it's a fucked up justice system. It's always been. But, we can't just bring these cases that you can't prove, unless there's, you know, some DNA, somebody to corroborate these stories, something. And it just sucks because that story is heartbreaking. But I have nothing to go off of to say that it happened and this dude needs to be tried as a criminal. And, you know, there's fucking obvious evidence. There's just not. You know, I hope it didn't happen to this lady. And if it did, it's terrible. And if that dude did it, he should be held responsible. But unfortunately, 37 years is a long time to try to, you know, try somebody legally in the court of law. You know, it just sucks. It just fucking sucks. And I can't just believe it because this lady's saying it. That's not how my brain works. It won't let me. It's not because I don't respect women. Are you kidding me? I fucking respect women so much. So much. I fucking love strong women. I admire strong women. I listen to many strong women's podcasts. I'm lucky enough to know very successful, very strong women. You know? This is not anti-woman. This is un-American justice system. This turns into fucking chaos if we just start bringing people to court to try them in the court of law to completely ruin their lives just because it's a thing I think I remember. It's terrible. You know? If that story's real, it's fucking awful. But again, what can you do? This has nothing to do with this guy's capability to be a Supreme Court justice. Yeah, if he's a terrible fucking person and he's raped women, yeah, I don't want him on the Supreme Court, but I have no actual proof to think that this is what the case is. I just don't. And if he's gone through all these FBI background checks, if he's done all of the criteria they require to, I don't know, what is it, elect a Supreme Court justice, if he's done all that stuff, then he's done it, you know? I'm sorry. This is just the world we live in. You know what I mean? It's just, it sucks. It's just, you know, what are we going to do now? Is everybody's going to go just down to their local police station and say, hey, this guy in this apartment, he attacked me 14 years ago. I couldn't tell you where, couldn't tell you when, couldn't tell you, you know, what I had to drink, what I had to eat, what I had done before. I can't tell you that. You actually physically can't, by the way. There are studies that show that, you know, as time goes on, you remember so much less about events. I think you forget most of the thing that happened within like a month of it happening. And then over the years, are you kidding me? 37 years? I'm not even 37 years old. I can't remember anything I did fucking last week, let alone when I was, you know, much younger. I can't even remember what I was doing when I was 17, 18 years old. You know I did some fucked up shit. I didn't, you know, do anything illegal, I don't think. I didn't violate anybody. I didn't attack anybody. But I couldn't tell you what the hell I did. So if somebody just came forward and said, hey, Eric, the holistic a-hole, attacked me here on this day, I'd be like, I have no idea. I don't remember. I know I have not attacked anybody. I think I would remember that. But that's how fucked up it is, dude. And we just can't let it get to that. We just can't. There's just, you know, it's such a dangerous precedent. It's such a dangerous precedent, and it has no business in the United States of America to just be destroying people's lives with no actual evidence. You know, fuck, it sucks. It sucks because, you know, hey man, good people have bad things happen to them. It's a fact of life. It sucks. You don't want it to happen, especially you don't want it to happen to somebody that you know or close to, or someone you love or someone you respect. But goddamn it, dude, it happens, and you have to you have to do everything you can to make sure A, it doesn't happen, B, if it does happen, that you take the right course of action. And it sucks for a woman who gets attacked like this. You know, it's such a private, sensitive issue. And I imagine you feel so violated, but like you have to go through that pain, whatever it is. If you want this person brought to justice, it has to happen. I saw this happen a lot you know, a couple years ago in the comedy world, there was just like this spree of, you know, girls that were coming forth and saying, you know, certain guys attacked them, certain guys, you know, raped them or violated them or whatever. And I mean, look, if it happened, it's terrible. That person, that guy should definitely, you know, get his consequences, but face the consequences. But if there's no proof, if there's nothing to go off of, then to me, you can't do anything. It sucks. It just sucks. I'm sure, I know there's like ways around that. I know there's like, you know, you can make exceptions like this and things like civil court and things like that. But I don't know, dude. You know, to me, it's like women, you know, you want some real Me Too? Fucking handle your business. Handle your business. Be responsible for your shit. Don't let these guys take advantage of you. It's not hard, man. There's so many strong women out there that are just doing so many cool things, so many just like impressive things, you know, women business owners, women entrepreneurs, you know, women athletes, you know, women who are just killing it in life, or just, you know, just women who take care of their kids, raise their kids right, whatever you do. But just take ownership of your shit. I mean, that's all you can do, you know? And same thing with the dudes, man. Take ownership of your shit. Be respectful. Be fucking respectful. Don't, you know, don't be an asshole. That's the whole problem with the Me Too thing. I shouldn't say the problem, but that's like the biggest thing is bringing out in all these guys like, dude, yeah, some of us are real fucking dicks. And you know who it is mostly? It's the people who, it's the dudes who point the most fingers. You know, it's always those fucking guys, right? It's always the guys who are like the, you know, these guys are rapists. You're a white supremacist rapist. They're the ones who are doing all the raping, let's say, you know? Take care of your shit, guys. Don't be a fucking asshole. Don't use your power to try to, you know, fuck chicks. It happens, again, in the comedy world all the time. There's just dudes, you know, who aren't even that good at comedy. They're just, they like run a bar show in Brooklyn, and they're, you know, they're trying to bang these, you know, these open mic girls. These, you know, girls been doing comedy a year. They're doing the open mics, and they're like, hey, dude, hey, babe, you want to do my bar show? Ooh, what is it? A bar show? Mmm. Yeah, it's fucking lame. You know, don't be that guy. I have more to offer, you know? I don't know. I guess overall, I think it's, I think the Me Too is, I think it's good. I think it's timely, but I think it's just like, hey, you have to rein it in and make it make sense for it to be a thing. You know, you can't just try to ruin dudes' lives because, you know, for whatever reason, if you don't have the goddamn proof, you got to get the proof. You got to have it, you know? It sucks, but it's like, we have to find where it works, you know? So, yeah, look, I know not all of you are going to agree with this. That's fine, dude. That's why I have this discussion, you know? I've done over 100 episodes. I know, you know, I'm not going to hit over 100 for over 100. Hey, if you didn't like this, if you don't agree, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care, and I'm sure you don't care about my opinion. These are why we have opinions. This is why we live in this great country, America, because you can think whatever you want, you know, and it's just what I think, right? Stay healthy. That's the most important thing, you know, whatever side you're on, whatever political thing you're on, just drink lots of water and eat good fats. And, you know, don't get the goddamn flu. Oh, I have such a sweet flu shot show coming up for you guys. It's going to be awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you're enjoying Everyday Podcasts in October. Let me know what you think. Go on the social mediums. You can find me on Twitter @HolisticAhole, Instagram @HolisticAhole, join the Holistic A-Holes Facebook group. Tag me in your Instagram story with the podcast playing, or you know, working out or doing curls or whatever it is. Tag me in your Instagram story at Holistic A-Hole. And if you love the podcast, make sure you subscribe. Go on iTunes, leave a 5-star review. Share this with all those you love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.